some reason for FaZe, you're matching up against the teams in the quote-unquote honeymoon period that just make a change right before this. You have Vancouver bringing in a player in Neptune. You have Pred coming back in. So this is going to be a test, but I feel like there should be more pressure on FaZe than Optic, but that's just not how it's going to play out because it's Optic, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, like FaZe, like they would never do this on land. Like we're playing 2 vaults. Maybe you see vault search. You never see vault hardpoint. Like Optic,
no.
We're foaming at the mouth right now if you're an Optic fan. Like Pred just gets to play 2 vaults to start off this series.
I mean, they didn't lose one until the major.
So you're happy about this. Like, and then vault search and destroy. Like, yeah, Pred knows how to play that.
No, we talked about it a lot yesterday. Even FaZe playing some stuff they wouldn't normally hop into. We'll see them do that all the time. But I'm excited to see Pred back in this lineup, what he's able to do, and maybe brush off some of the struggles you had against this FaZe lineup last year. So as you said, we kick it off on Vault, and you imagine Pred's going to be right back in, slaying and frying, but the fact is, there's a bit of a break not playing with the boys, and it'll take a while to grease this thing up.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, man. Like, what like...
You might be right. Maybe it won't, but, like, I think it's rational. I think it's going to take a little time to get back
for
into
sure,
it.
But maybe, what was the biggest difference with Pred last year and what he brought? Like, the job was just energy, right? Like, on the stage... we've never seen Shotzi. I mean, he turned Shotzi into talking trash on Twitter. Like, he wasn't doing that before Pred.
Well, and we've talked about the fact that, like, you know, Shotzi's kind of I don't know, unorthodox sort of sub. Not really your smash in the mouth, not really just your raw slayer. Like, he's kind of unorthodox, and you always wonder, like, who's going to pair with him well, and it seemed to be Pred was the guy. You just get someone that's going to fry, play his life, maybe even play selfish sometimes, but get his kills, and it seemed to work well. Then that energy from Pred when he was doing that, because it's easy to be the hype guy when you're dropping a 1-5 or something, right? But it would elevate Shotzi, they start roaring, and even if I think, you know, heading into champs, this isn't a team that's going to win this thing, the magic comes together and these guys become gods. So I'm excited to see how it meshes again. I was excited to have Pred back in, and, you know, after whatever the hell went down, I thought he might be down and out for a while, but he's right back in the lineup.
Even he did. I mean, there's a clip of him literally talking about it. I didn't think I was going to get a chance back on this roster.
Yeah.
And maybe the fact their major placement was what it was, it gave him that chance. Whatever that team meeting was, we need Pred back, here we go. So they're going to try to get back to the flow of things. A solid P2 there for FaZe. Simp off to a great start at 9. He really struggled yesterday. Well, really everyone did. The only player positive over a 1 was Abizi, this man on your screen, versus Surge in that first loss.
Yeah, he went on like a 6 spree. Simp did while we were just kind of chatting through storylines for this, but takeover time for Simp. He gets another double right off of the big streak. He's up to double digits quickly, and they'll be right into the hard point. The one player lurking on that left side of the map will be number 3 in Pred. So he's looking to pounce and maybe make a play. Not going to be able to disrupt too much. He does pick up Stellium, at least, but then he gets traded out, so it won't really have any impact on the spawns, but will open up things for Optic to get inside a third with 25 seconds remaining.
Yeah, there's going to be a weird timing right here. Yeah, I'd say Simp's going to pounce because he actually spawns out due to that 1 versus 1. And, well, a detonate, that's going to help out Optic. Maybe get some pressure on and pressure forward. You can already see number 2, Shotzi, leading the way. And, well, he's going to win another gunfight. Draws is going to spawn all the way out as both teams trying to control this side of the map for P4 coming up.
And this is the hard point we saw at the LAN. The teams who were holding so much better than it felt like we saw online. Becomes an insane situation for FaZe to deal with. So far, they have dealt with it, despite the fact that Draza spawns out. You now have all 4 players up, trying to sniff out where the opposition is. Cell able to sniff out 1. Abizi, I thought the shots looked pretty good, but the movement's there from Shotzi, and he's got the close range advantage with the SMG at hand. Shotzi's still moving. That looks nearly disgusting as Cell gets the 2 HP. Shotzi moving right now.
Yeah, they just spawned right behind Cell. Some unfortunate timing right there, and, well, we're just back at 4th on this P4. Finally going to stabilize Will Optic Texas. So they get the spawns, they find the break. Great job there. As well, we can get a team change as well, or will we? FaZe right back to it.
Simple get 1 at least. Not going to lead to too much more. Pred trades it out. 1 more player inside. Kenny, the tracking, maybe a little delay, but finally gets the shot on point. They'll take the final few seconds here. Now let's get into our second set of rotations. So, what, only 10 points or so separating these teams. Hot hand on either side. Got Shotzi and Pred leading the way. Shocking to see those 2 back together. And the other hand, really, it's been Simp, kind of from the get-go, that's been dictating the tempo for Atlanta FaZe. But let's see how this second P1 breaks down.
Just both teams fighting for control, and I think Pred still got this AR out from P4 again. We normally see 3 to 4 of those on that hill, so he's probably going to switch classes here. Get back to that Jackal as Simp in Abizi. Tiny Terrors take care of Optic around P1. They find a good 15 or so seconds, and on this rotation, Kenny get a takedown as old duo and draws.
And P2 is well where FaZe really got out to a decent lead. Did such a nice job there the first time through. We'll see if they can do it back-to-back, or if maybe Optic can find any improvements here. Shotzi trying to get the first out to 20. You do have 2 players that are going to spawn out for FaZe. The one player tucked away in the back, that's going to be Draws. Draws' position now given up. No one really there for the trade because the other 2 players fighting around the point. Nobody else was there on rotation, so you should have the close spawn if you're FaZe, you will. So Draws' 1 kill and kind of lurk roll there pays off.
Yeah, that back HUD spawn. I did, like, you know, where 6 spawns in a beast, I just feel like this back HUD spawn should just not be there, but it is. In well FaZe, they're going to take it. They're going to get on the hill. You do have Kenny and Shotzi push up. Now it's all down to Kenny, but due to Kenny's position and where Draws spawns out, you are going to have some close spawns here for Optic.
Yeah, I think Sip died like at the same time near the truck. So they get the close spawn. Spawning out will be 1 player at least in Sip. Dies at truck, spawns out. Pred makes a play to get 2. Draws the last guy up. He got them the spawns early on, but he's going to fall there. A similar situation now for FaZe, though, is they'll spawn in the back, but about 20 seconds remaining here. You can basically have yourself a tie game if you hold the rest of this for Texas. You got some players rotating now for FaZe. Really, it'll be a BZ that's out. He gets a spawn in for Simp, but we'll focus on the fights around the hard point for now.
Yeah, I mean, both teams were just trying to get out. So Simp and Cell are going to spawn up now, just control that side of the map. Almost to a tie game, but yeah, it's behind these 2. The duo right back to a 21-20 dash. You do not see this often. 5-17, having a bit of a rough one, but you're only down 10. So can he start to get going and turn this around?
He's like, Pred, mate, you're taking all my kills. Was that good for an Australian accent?
Well,
that would have been for Pred, but
yeah,
I was giving Dashy one, though.
Dashy's Canadian.
Yeah, I was giving him an Australian accent, though, Joe.
Okay.
Just to mix it up, you know?
I like it.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Now within 10, though, is Optic Texas.
We're just having fun.
Yeah. It's my birthday, dude. I can have all the fun I want, Joe. Speaking of fun, Cell goes vertical, takes out Pred, and that's a nice string of FaZe kills. As they'll now have left side control and hardpoint control, trying to get a shutdown for 3 to 4. Optic Texas, though, in a little bit of trouble. They need to make some big plays here in a big moment. Let's go to a listen in now with Optic Texas.
Really middle. Top right. You're trying to push you. Absolute top right MC. League 1.
We're supposed to go.
Absolutely going you. I think Sim. Top right still. He's
still top there.
You gotta wait. You in middle. Top right MC. We can spike top right. Alright, what is it? You push that through you. We can spike top right. He's gonna be pushed up. Probably. Sim could be behind us. That's my left. They're not even on top.
He's line heady, 8.
No, listen. P3.
I'll be line heady, bro. I'll be line heady. 1 HP, Sim. Cannot be any weaker.
I'll take her.
P3.
One's side you. And still one push out front, I think. I'm easy.
I think he's like
front, absolute front left time. Rest of the BZ somewhere, best. Which side BZ done? One's in the back to the art, late. Front out, last two. Front out, empty dead. That's 3. Really good time. Back there. He's one there. Back to that. It's 2 back there. I'm scared, not weak.
He pushed me out.
Last guy under the stairs.
Still straight.
Yeah, that's fine. Line, Sim. Sim line, push up, Sim. Are they one's on there? What do you want back there? Front time, Sim. I'm one. There's no time. Back to the mid, bro. You pitch our cat, I think. Sim. Can't see him, cat. I'm watch out, Briz. He's our cat somewhere. I'm looking for cat. Can't see cat. Back in the right, Josh. Watch out.
Yeah, one right old.
Sip on this somewhere.
There's 2 out old. Draws in Cell.
Sip's gonna be MP1 then. Yeah, I'm sitting at pool. I don't know where you're going. We got it back. Yeah. Back still on that somewhere.
Still the heady left.
Close it. One more close. I don't see close. You ready, bro? Close, shit on. I'm block. Stay down. I left it.
And you did.
I went to the right, guys. Two going right. One more.
One more.
Last guy drop.
I'm hard blocking. You're getting 4. You're blocking still?
Yes, I'm hard blocking. One shot in line. Ran away.
What's bottom mark?
Optic Texas turning this game around, now in a good position. The pressure onto FaZe to make the break. Let's go to listen in now with FaZe.
I'm blocking. Yo, one's deep right, okay? One's deep right.
Low cat. He give me money. He's taking top cat. Top cat, jump the time. I don't have time. I don't have time.
I can try to go get it, but I have to go to the back. Come into the back.
What was made on me too?
I'm blocking.
I'm
staying down on time.
I already plus. I'm challenged.
Right.
One's flying at me.
I'm
One mid. I have Zach.
I'm
challenged. Hey, I'm pitching mid.
Bouncing the cat.
I'll see the front hill.
Money.
Sliding in. AG, what's that?
Nice, great. Last guy front.
Get help if you can. Good time.
I got it. Under weak. Start pushing up too. Start pushing up.
I have one shot. It's all good. I have one shot. They're gonna hit him. They're gonna hit him.
Well, in that brief interlude between both listen-ins, they set pressure on FaZe, and then Simp goes on 7 straight. Draza goes on 8 straight, and they start to take over the game. With 8 or so seconds remaining here, they'll get over the 2:30 mark, be close to a victory. You want a one-on-one on the other side of it for Art Control and Cell. The ball's in FaZe's court to close this out.
Yeah, I mean, 19 more seconds, but what a P2, man. I mean, you heard it in the comms.
A couple of them.
Just, I mean, both teams, right? Just making sure we're blocking. You don't want those close spawns, but yeah, then Draws and Simp just got loose. Do whatever the hell you want to do. We got the spawns, we got the hill, and they cash in, grow their largest lead, but still alive as Optic, just trying to get some time at this P3, but you just think 19 seconds, you have the good spawn. Now you have Draza going on a pinch, and while he might find a couple of kills, he does just that.
The other 3 are frying. BZ's double negative, then you got Dashy like double negative on the other side. The difference, the rest of the FaZe boys popping off. Simp up to 35 currently. Shotzzy with a multi, trying to make things interesting, maybe down the stretch, but you got to think just 13 points needed, and having left side spawns, you're going to need to fight for this time and then somehow get nearly an immediate break if you're Optic Texas. Okay, well, that's what you need. 3 down, here comes the flood forward. On to Draza to make the play, and Draza is making the play. Triple for Draza. That will ice the game. There's 1 player remaining, and Kenny Draza says, why the hell not? The CEO comes to battle and dominates late.
Yeah, just a little reminder, gets all 4. You needed a big play out of him. There was a chance for Optic to put together a nice little game, but Simp with 2 more. You almost get triple 40s on the side of FaZe on Vault. One of their weaker hard points. A great map 1, and maybe, you know, you kind of heard the chatter. This is what we expected. Not what Optic fans wanted was a loss yesterday to Surge, because it was going to fire them up coming into today.
Well, it felt like I asked you before their series yesterday if like FaZe or Risk could come out a little bit flat, because like normally it's not really a thing with them when they get a lot of second places, but like they won for the first time in a while, and well, I guess you look back to last year, so not really that long, but I was worried. They had a lot of problems in respawn still. They did, which you saw in the grand final, and they got exposed a little bit with that yesterday. But yes, that pissed them off, Joe. It probably pissed them off a little bit.
Yeah, just locks you in.
You get fired up. Listen, they were going to be locked in regardless of the result yesterday for this match.
That's
right?
a good point.
They were. But yeah, it doesn't help Optic side that they're coming off a loss probably.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a reminder. But yeah, I mean, 37, 32. BZ, he's saying great job, guys. I mean, that's just what you should do. He's got 11 assists on the other side. Yeah, I mean, you know, Shotzzy and Pride, you had a tough game on a Dashy, but honestly, we saw this yesterday with FaZe, even versus Surge on this Vault. Like, they are so strong at this P2. Like, it can be tough. There's some wonky spawns that can come in, but they just deal with the map so well. They push out so far, and it feels like every single time we go to this like P3, P4, like they have the spawns.
Yeah, no, they do. Dude, you know what thing that jumped out to me to listen to though? Like when Dashy was like, he is literally 1 HP. He could not be weaker. And it just reminded me that we finally had the hit markers, like visually and like the audio of it. And I just can't believe that we cast it without it for so long. It's so weird when you don't have hit markers. It's like, because I'm like guessing how weak people are sometimes, but there I'm like, yeah, no, that guy actually probably was like 1. But no, it's nice to have that fixed. So makes commentating certainly a little bit easier. But yeah, Dashy, he was going through that sequence and maybe going through it throughout the course of the map, but you expect a guy like that to bounce back, especially in Search and Destroy, one of our all-time kind of clutch gods. He's had the ice really his entire career, and he'll look to bounce back.
Yeah, I mean, you saw right there was like, what, 150 to 120? And then you just get so much map control right at this moment when Draza goes on this spree, brings that lead close to 100, and, well, Draws held on. He's able to break P3. He also is the 1 player to hold on to P4.
Yeah, no, this was disgusting. This was disgusting. All 4 there from Draza to seal the game. One of the better plays you saw over the course of that map 1. Him and Simp put on a couple of streaks, but he's got to be all smiles after that one. He lives for this matchup, and he is fired up. But yeah, no, it was crazy. Like our producer says, like, we're gonna double dip, you know? We'll do that when we hop to both listening. So I was like thinking, all right, what's my throw gonna be? And I was like, well, FaZe are in trouble now. Optic's got the setup, FaZe got a break. And like, but the second it goes to listening, they get like a 4 dead and break. And I was like, well, okay. I mean, it was just instant. And from that moment, they didn't really look back, but they had some really solid P2s. And you can see it here. I mean, especially the last one. They get what? I mean, that's basically a full 60, 50 or so points.
Yeah, they did a great job there. I mean, anytime you plateau them multiple times, that's going to lead to a victory.
No, it certainly is. You see the flat line kind of in the flow chart there for Optic at multiple spots. But despite the fact that FaZe, really not a go-to on Vault, they're able to get the victory there. We chatted about this yesterday. It doesn't matter who they're playing. Typically through qualifiers, they're going to play some of their bad maps. They want to work on stuff. They want to improve. And, I mean, other teams do it too. FaZe is just one that we've seen do it year in and year out because usually they're number one in CDL points. They have the luxury of, if they lose a match, it's not the end of the world. So we've just seen quite a bit of it. We know how crowded it is.
Optic did it a lot last year.
Yeah,
there were moments where they played 7 high-rise controls in a row.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So
I mean, this is you get a major one victory. You know that teams are going to touch on sort of your vetoes and try to focus on certain maps. So yeah, just what our teams do. But looking at these two, S&D major one between Shotzi and Abizi, pretty darn close.
Yeah, it absolutely was. But Abizi, I mean, I know Simp was MVP because he had so many moments over the course of the weekend. But if you just talk search and destroy, and it's hard not to just focus on that, considering it took 3 of them to win in the grand final. Abizi was everything in big moments, and he is still one of the most special players to watch in search and destroy. So Shotzi on the other side going to have his work cut out for him, but we're going to stay on Volt. What I'm looking at is more kind of see if Dashy can bounce back a little bit after that dud in the map 1. You see some of the breakdowns overall in search and destroy and FaZe. I mean, it's improved a lot, and they have that loss yesterday. But I mean, it started a bit slow in this particular mode this season, and then really hit another gear. Yeah,
once we had that first minor tournament, that's when it sort of turned around. But I mean, for Optic, again, you expect some hiccups with Pred back into the lineup.
You have Abizi with a 1-4-8 and a 1-3 out of Simp. You're probably going to win some searches.
They won a lot of searches.
Yeah.
But I mean, you think a map like Vault, pretty simple. I mean, it's just sort of, are we on the same page with retakes and sort of 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3 scenarios with Pred? Maybe not, but if he can make a couple individual plays, you might be able to win this map.
They kind of let him go. Just get the bomb planted. No, FaZe want to play this. Get the pick out of Kenny as well. Shotzi in position early then to get the trade onto draws. Now into this 3 versus 2, and Dashy should have himself a freebie here as he's hunting Sim.
Well, maybe. Sim took the long. He went back up the stairs.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I mean, Dashy has no idea where this guy went. Hello? And now might win the round. Are you kidding me? What was that?
He thinks he goes outside. He wraps around and goes up the stairs. And then I didn't think he was going to win the second fight, though, but he hit some headshots.
Yeah, I mean, there was just a diving board in front of Pred. I don't know what it looked like from his point of view, but I think as soon as he prones, Pred just probably loses him.
Yeah. Diving board protected everything but his face. Simp takes it and had another clutch. But you got to love to see this, just the patience here and trigger discipline to try and set this up. Maybe he's thinking assassination at some point, but
no, they were down. They were down. He's just hoping to find 2.
Yeah.
And he did find 2.
You never know, though. He might.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Yeah.
Well, if it was Celium, that definitely would happen.
Absolutely. He'd be in his ear. Not only his ear. Simp, though, little clutch, 2-0 start. Nearly stuns himself, but will now work on the plant. First blood this time going to go to Abizi. And you're going to catch a nice timing here for your Pred. Can you win the second fight? You're tagged up and dropped, though. All on Abizi now. Wait, 1 versus 1. Him and Dashy. That was a blender of a sequence.
No, I mean, it was so fast from Optic through the pinch.
Oh, hello.
He's only got 11.
That's all Abizi needs.
At this range, yeah.
Yeah, no. 1v1 clutch after the 1v2 clutch from Simp. So far, so good for the Tiny Tears and FaZe as they will go up 2-0.
And Dash is just thinking, so far, this is just, I've had some unbelievable times this series.
I felt, dude.
And sooner or later, it's just going to start to really take
I was
off.
about to say, I did say, I was like, this is a freebie, because, get some freebies after that map one you had, right? You're double negative, get some easy kills, and then it turned into the least easy kill ever.
Yeah, where did this guy go?
Yep.
Well, he couldn't believe everyone's thinking the same thing. He actually went back up the stairs.
Sure did.
It's a 2 versus 3. There's 25 seconds left.
Simp doing Simp things. And now you try to answer back. If you are Optic, desperately needing a round here early. Abizi taking space, not getting kills though. Nearly able to. Yep, able to get out with his life. Draza then, he kind of leaves him out to dry. Draza comes in to help. Abizi gets out. Simp going to drop as well. This is one you got to close out. You're going to go in. Okay, I thought he'd be probably instant-traded. He is. I'd say there should be multiple players with line of sight on him. Selling position is gone, and there you go. Around to Optic Texas. But yeah, maybe it goes differently if Abizi's able to get one clean and get out.
Well, Abizi actually does it a lot because that initial nade hits 2 players top cat, right? So that gives them the info that they're dropping cat into pool, and both those players are probably around 40, 50 HP. So that gives him the green light to challenge. The problem is, I think he gets double challenged. Yeah, he
like
just
triple
gets
light. Might be,
yeah, and they were all there. But Let's gets out, but it doesn't matter. His teammates get taken down.
Yeah, I think he started to panic, and Draza went in to help, and Draza got cut down before I don't even know if he got one. Or maybe he got one.
I think he died right away.
Did he? Yeah, so that sequence that looked pretty good for FaZe did not pan out. But you get one now if you're Optic, and now you get back over to the defensive side of things. You've tried to play it with some aggression. Pred nearly caught, but staying up. Draza tries to get the angle, re-peek, just trying to get those arms up and get him back over the wall. Looks like they're trying to isolate him, but he's got to be easy here to work. But the BZ in trouble too is he has 20 HP. They are hunting right now, but there's multiple players to deal with. Nice little 2-man game there with the BZ and Draza.
I mean, in some of these scenarios, FaZe just staying up. It's looking like Optic going to have the advantage. Instead, FaZe flipping that on its head. So now you have that first blood. Bomb not planted yet, though. You're being very patient. That allows Kenny to catch Cell and turn this into a 3-on-3. And I think Sim's just like, I'm here, guys, but you guys we're stuck in our spawn, so I can't plant this yet.
Well, yeah, because even after Pred, you still had Shotzzy there, kind of in that 1-on-2, and he's able to stay alive. Simp going to bring it back, though. Now into this 2 versus 2. Time, though, dwindling. Simp's had bomb this entire time. You can see him just calming over to draw as they figure out how they want to attack.
Kenny's in bomb.
Does he check it? Nope, not going to check. Simp's going to drop. Draza not going to be able to win the fight. And Kenny tucked in the corner, able to win the round. Back-to-back now for Texas.
Yeah, great play out again. It feels like there's always someone in that corner, maybe when bomb is down, but you're not expecting it right away. And while he just stays patient,
nice
hits a great slide. Kenny now up to 6.
Nice slide. Kenny taking a breath, focusing up on the next round. Nice stretch here from Optic. And yeah, that was just a weird round, bro. Yeah, because you were right. Like, Simp was on the bomb the entire time, but even after Pred, like, Shotzzy has kind of kept them pinned back.
Well, he had no help, right? So you're just going back and forth. Are they going to drop down on me? He has no idea.
Kenny on 4 straight, Dashy 3. Back-to-back rounds for Optic. Slow it down a little bit this time. No kind of instant plant over towards A. Playing behind the trophy will be Pred for now. They got trophies galore set up here on the
get some info, though, that like one player is bottom vault through that nade. So they have an idea they're set up already at A.
Hello? Oh, hello? Hello? Oh, just able to get out of it. Pred nearly the first blood, and then Walp easy be the first drop. Draza insta-traded, though, 3v3.
Yeah, I think they're lucky that Draza doesn't get 2 there, so a nice trade to keep it a 3 versus 3, and yet just the way FaZe is set up. I mean, you have art control. Did Cell spot him? I'm not sure. It looks like he's going to slide out and get the kill, and the bomb doesn't go down.
Yeah, I don't know if he saw a name or just saw him right before he slid across, but I wasn't really sure. It'd be tough to tell sometimes with X-ray, but bomb didn't go down, as you said, so now they're going to try to get it down, going to get caught again. Nice job and patience there from FaZe. Map kind of flipped a bit.
Even if he dies there on that bomb, just the fact it doesn't play, like you're in a really good position.
It had to be close.
2-on-3.
It had to be close.
To maybe clutch that up. But yeah, he was like half a second away, I want to say.
That's what it seemed like. He stopped the streak there from Optic. Get back into control in this map too. Kind of expect a battle back and forth on Vault, and that's what we got thus far. Let's see if anything different from FaZe here offensively, or not the same aggression maybe you saw from Optic Texas in the last defensive round, so trying to keep FaZe on their toes.
They have been quick, though. Honestly, yeah, the last couple, they've been very... You're going to go right away.
Yep.
The problem is, though, bomb is planted. You have numbers here, but first blood over to Dashy.
Timing may work out for Beezy. Trying to chase him down. Chasing. A team kill comes in as well. Oh, God, that might be the Punisher. Kenny gets team naded. Now you give numbers on over to FaZe. Pred, the back of the lineup, can he make a play? He's got one on his right, and he's going to fall. So does Dashy. Team nade probably cost him in that situation because you had a 4v3. I didn't see exactly how it happened, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, neither did I. But it's like just Dashy out of Kenny. Unfortunately, just Dashy just had some rounds. Unfortunately, things happening to him right now in this map. But yeah, it kind of changes the tide, turns the tide for Atlanta FaZe. That just opens up so much room, allows Draza to go on that pinch, finds the final 2. Oh,
and even the timing, like when Abizi was rotating off a bomb, like whoever was down low holding it with an AR, like the second they gave it up, like Abizi pushed, and like it just became this race. But 2-round advantage up for FaZe. Pressure on Optic now to get this bomb down and get this round win. Shotzzy in his hole. You know, he could be a playmaker from there, but it's going to be Beezy with the first blood. Kenny getting caught early. Beezy thinking nade and entry. Neither hit.
Could just be on the Dashy, but he's going to get caught. He was just kind of lurching, watching the flank, all down to Pred now.
A dominant stretch here from FaZe, and well, they're on the bomb already. Pred, doesn't matter if he wins this fight, because they've already got the defuse. One more round needed to take a 2-0 edge, and despite the frustrations and the loss yesterday, so far FaZe brushing that off and dominating these first 2.
I mean, I don't know what Cell's doing here, but Bred's thinking he's back in Australia doing this guy. He's like a kangaroo, hippity hop hop.
That's just Cell. He's a freak.
Yeah, he's just trying to waste time, right? His teammates on the bomb, but yeah, I mean, just nice adjustments here for FaZe. I thought, honestly, Optic had some strong showings and again, just some unfortunate rounds.
Well, it feels like, yeah, I mean, it was really 2-2 and like Optic were looking good, and then I blink your eyes and it's just 5-2 advantage for FaZe. And that just sometimes happens in Search and Destroy, especially against a team like this. But yeah, I mean, it was like, what, 4 straight for Kenny, 3 straight for Dashy. They tied it up, and then, geez. FaZe just kind of take over. Nice adjustments, as you said. A chance to close it out here on offense. Cell just being annoying. Trying to catch Mr. Annoying and Shotzzy, and he's able to do just that. First blood to FaZe, advantage to FaZe. Bomb is planted. Cell will eventually get sniffed out, but a little bit more information over to the FaZe side.
He was going for the knife. Yeah, now Draza, we've seen him a couple of times. Like, he's sort of the active one while Bomb is planted, try to find the opening. Instead, he's going to find an Optic player. Nice nade from Sim, maybe to slow this retake down, but it's all down to Abizi as Ken. Some great shots.
Nice job. You get the first blood if you're FaZe, but Optic Texas do an incredible job bringing it back. Yeah, Draws just, yeah, he has been the active one there. That little timing, one on your left, one on your right. He holds there for another second. He might get a freebie and can finesse, but doesn't work out for him. And a good job just isolating Cell after that first blood, is making sure he can't really get anything else going. And Kenny, who started with like 5 or 6 pretty early on, now trying to get it going again.
Yeah, now it's just, you kind of talked about it, sort of like, they always like try to hunt down Shotzzy. Right now, he's 2-8. It's just, can he get an opening?
Nah, bro, I mean, sometimes this matchup, at least talking to Crowder, like the FaZe boys, like last year, like that was like their game plan. Like, keep Shotzzy in front of us, play maps to keep him in front of us. Don't let him find openings. If he gets a kill, he needs to be called out and needs to be dealt with. And he's had some tough matchups against them over the last year or 2. Obviously, you're not always going to be able to shut down a player.
No, that's not going to happen all the time.
But I think they feel like if they do, they win. And, well, last year it was true. He's trying to find an opening. Nothing for him quite yet. Shotzzy, we'll see. Hopping back over to him. He's just roaming around mid-map. You've got 2 getting aggressive outer B lane. How's that timing going to work out? I mean, Draza and Cell, really, it's going to come down to what they find and the timing they find.
Yeah, this map's just going to flip on its head. It's just a question of, do Optic end up going to B? Maybe they don't. Well, Shotzzy's going to get that first blood. Maybe this round gets him going. Oh, or not. Nice shots from Sim. I don't think he was all the way back to full, but
I'm hoping
still
not.
An insane slide, Chal.
I'm hoping not. Or that was just a slide and just joked straight headshots. Abizi and Simp, tiny tears, started us off. They're trying to clutch up. Dashy's going to get headshot fried. Simp is just cheesing people. It's all going to come down to Simp down to 1 versus 2. This would be for the ace, and this would be for the map win.
Trying to find an AR.
Yeah, that would help as you're trying to retake B, huh? Yeah. Yeah, hoping to find one, not able to. This is maybe it's a chance to clutch, but there it's going to be so tough. 2 ARs looking at you, not able to find any success, and good job by Optic Texas just closing it out, not letting Simp have one of those plays.
Yeah, and staying patient with the bomb, right? Not committing, because that was a trap set up by FaZe. They wanted them to go inside of A. He had the 2 players work the flank. That's when Shotzzy, he's going to pop up, get that first blood. So nice plays. Good job so far for Optic, and they're staying alive. They win 2 in a row.
Yeah, well, we saw the 1-5 comeback on Hacienda. Now they're trying to do the 2-5 comeback round by round. They bring it back.
If there's a map we've seen a ton of comebacks on, it's this one.
Yeah, true. We got RC in play. 5 straight for Pred. He was having a bit of a struggle, but starting to take over in this stretch. Shotzzy, there you go. Another first blood for him. Was having a real rough one at 2 and 8. Now starting to get activated early in this. There's another one. They're picking them apart. Draws it though, brings it back. We got 2 versus 2. We'll see what they opt to do with this bomb.
Yeah, you know, for the plant, and well, nobody outside. It's just, can Simp get away? As he tries to rotate. Oh, he almost messed up his movement as well.
He did mess up. He just thankfully got out.
He may want to reposition. Is he trying to call an RC? I don't think so, actually. Okay, so he's just going to reposition. But while that happens, Shotzzy's already under Draza. They might not know this. Well, he's going to turn now. The nade, though, on point. But Simp's going to find Dashy 1 versus 1. 22 seconds to go.
Simp, Shotzzy. Time on Simp's favor now. But Shotzzy, he's just on it. Unfortunately for him, Simp has got the angle. He'll take that one-on-one, and FaZe will close out the search. Nice little run from Optic Texas late in that one to make it interesting, but it's all Atlanta FaZe so far. Up 2-0. Well, like a 100-point win in the map 1.
And there's a chance behind that Shotzzy play that this goes to around 11, but I think Pred, we kind of saw him shake his head. I think he got melted like top art. He gets headshotted, turned into 2-on-2. He was the 1-player B side. They're just hoping he stays alive and just stops the play. Instead, he gets picked.
Oh, there were a couple gunfights that like were just straight headies. It looked like from one of the FaZe guys. So I was like, okay, well, what do you do about that?
Yeah, nothing you can do.
Headshot multiplier gets zapped. Take a look at it statistically. Shotzzy bounces back a bit after like the 2 and 8 start. Some big kills late in the game, but not enough to come away with the W. Simp feels like lately he's been a lock for like double digits in search and destroy. Gets out to 10 in this one, leads the way to a victory, and so far looking good. I mean, Optic are battling, but I don't really know what I expected out of Optic, honestly. Like, it's just, yeah, how long you been scrimming?
Yeah, not long.
Week. I mean, it's just, you know.
Yeah, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. Through SASU, and they're just hoping to be back in form because, I mean, Major 2, we're back at their house.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm saying just, I don't think you should feel a lot of pressure as the players. Like, just get better day by day, look to improve. I know this matchup with FaZe. Listen, people are going to talk. It is what it is on social media, but just look to improve and keep trying to do that. You're not out of this series yet. You can bring it back into control, but before we get there to talk about the first 2, Chris, how are you, sir?
Shut up, Clint. They need to win now.
Yeah, 3 in a row. They need to win 3 in a row.
That's my bad. My bad.
They can take the lead. Hey, Quinn, I got you something.
What do you got? What are these, dude?
Happy birthday, dude.
What? Are these D's?
Yeah, 4 Ds. 4 Ds.
Because you're 40. Oh, back to the desk. Thanks.
I thought they were going to do that.
Oh, they hate us.
So let's jump in here and talk about what we just witnessed because
That was a 4 Ds nut.
There's so much.
I wasn't allowed to say the real
So
version.
much
Thank you,
stuff.
Joe. Thank you. Let's take a look at your scuff play of the game. Game 1.
Yeah, this first hard point. I mean, I think people probably desire a little bit more from Optic here, but yeah, just FaZe on this P2, just catching absolute fire. We had an awesome listen-in. Shout out to the production. You saw them; they're just like playing aggressive on the rotation, and then as soon as they find the kills, go back to block. You get like an 8 streak here, and then at the end, Draza just finding 3 huge kills. The player we highlighted before the series because he just finds so much success against Optic Texas.
Draza's the real deal. He gets fired up for big matches. You saw it establishing that dominance in game 1. And my big takeaway was not just how well Draza was playing, but also the impact on the other side. Dashy got shut down in the first half of that hard point. You see him come to life in the first half of Search and Destroy. Finishes with just 5 kills, 0 first blood, 0 clutches.
Oh, come
Optic's having a tough
on.
time. It's not just Pred's fault. This is what I'm trying to say to the chat. Other players are being affected.
It's a slow start everywhere. What's funny is I was literally looking at that map number 1. I was like, oh, Abizi's having a really slow start. Oh my gosh, Dashy's having a really slow start. But sometimes that happens. You can't put it on them. The fundamentals from Atlanta FaZe were just so clean that map number 1.
Yeah, and even in the search and destroy, like some great offensive rounds, I thought from Optic Texas, just not finish them off, like getting through their base, getting bombs down at B, just not able to clutch up here. And in this round prior to this clip, like Dashy, he sees Sip, and then he just loses track of him. Sip ends up finding a big 2. That was a 2 versus 3, just starting off this game on the wrong foot. When you even it out at 2-2, some big adjustments for FaZe, like they're just controlling bottom vault. You saw when Optic did get that bomb down B, a big kill comes out from that bottom vault, and you know, just lost too many rounds early. This is what I'm talking about right here. Like, if you get over towards B, you should just win the round.
Yeah, from the side of Optic Texas, like they've already kind of been struggling in the attacks, middle of the pack overall. Their post plant has been needing some work, and so I understand why they tried to put Vault into the mix, just because it can be such a one-dimensional map at times. But that in turn is kind of what bit them in the end, because like Ant said, they left that bottom vault for so much pressure to be put on from the side of Abizi and Sim. And for Atlanta FaZe, like they play this map much different than the rest of the league. They put a lot of pressure in mid and get controls of those hallways, which kind of puts a stop to a player like Shotzi, who's trying to make a mess. We saw it in the last couple of rounds where he got through and it worked. Atlanta FaZe quickly changed that game plan and went over towards that B side. So great adjustments from the side of Atlanta FaZe. Optic Texas, still some work to be done for the search and destroys.
Atlanta celebrating a tight game 2. They are now on match point. Optic needs to win 3 straight. Nameless, this is what we got left. Protocol, Hacienda, red card. Is Ali going to be gloating in the green room?
Yeah, probably. I mean, you look at this protocol, and for Optic, like 0-2 on it, obviously with their last roster, but maybe Pred comes in, you know, just goes crazy. You never know. Magic can happen. He's warmed up now.
I've been told we have some numbers. Let's take a look at them. This is main AR battle. Control at Major 1.
I mean, yeah, they're
Number
both
1 versus number 3.
They're both incredible. I mean,
These kids are good.
Dashy has not had enough maps to really make this a really impactful stat if we're talking about the major, but has an opportunity here to go up against
I have faith. I think it's going to happen. Major 2 is coming up. Optic will be hosting it. Reminder, get your tickets right now. It is going to be a blast. Allie, you looking forward to going to Allen?
Of course I'm looking forward. I always love an Allen event, especially not only how loud it gets, but the food and the weather, unbeatable.
Let's take a look at another birthday surprise for the man.
Dude, what is this?
14,610 days old.
Oh my God.
2,087 weeks. That would be 480 months and over a whole lot of hours. Maven, well done.
Yo, shout out Easy Mac.
How many of those hours are spent in RPG? That's what I need.
A lot.
And a quarter of that time he's spent hosting Call of Duty events or commentating them. You're a legend, Maven. Take it
You're
away.
a legend.
Thanks, guys. You're all so sweet and wonderful to me. All they do is make fun of me in the green room for being old.
That's not true.
No, actually, we all, listen, I was just talking about this in the green room. I like how we all get along really well and have fun. Like, it's nice. It makes your job easy when you get along with everybody.
We're all old, dude.
Yeah, I guess we're all kind of old.
Dude, like, it is what it is.
Chris is starting to smell like musty. You know when like you get old enough, you smell musty, like a goddamn library or something.
Wow. Well,
I didn't say you smelled musty, Allie. I was talking about Chris.
yeah.
You just got like your Ellen pantsuit on, or whatever that is. This is a highlights of me being a moron. Yeah, it sure is. Thank you to the production team. I appreciate you guys.
Well, if that was like a highlight, that'd be every day. How many days was that?
Every day.
It was like every day.
It's funny because like I'm not like an unintelligent human being, you know. Like I got my degree. I'm pretty smart dude, but like on camera and just in general, I like to be a jackass. So I like to just be.
Hey, listen, it's
a
video game. We're having fun.
I made a personality. I'm just being an idiot, and it's a good time. Because then no one expects anything of you, Joe. And then when you do something smart, they're like, "Wow, wow." I'll say one thing right about the game. People are like, "Nice breakdown." I'm like, "Thanks."
Nobody says that.
No, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. I don't break stuff down anymore. I just leave that to you. I just sit here.
That's good. That's good.
I just yap the BS. I fill the silence, Joe. So then you can drop in the little knowledge nuggets. You love. Who doesn't love a good knowledge nugget?
I love some nuggets
mixed in with your chicken nuggets. How many chicken nuggets do you think you could fit in your mouth at one time?
At one time? 6?
Oh, double digits for you for sure.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm thinking at least 10. Sim's thinking 20. Oh, wow. 20 bullets that I don't hit. little windy there. He pops up, loses aim assist.
Just great strafe.
Yep. Sure.
Shotzzy with the Halo strafe, huh?
Sure
was. But we did see FaZe on this yesterday, and they kind of got beat up. We saw a different looking Vancouver Surge that just brought it to them. And this has been a map that FaZe have been solid at, but just not as of late with what the loss to Thieves and the loss to Surge. And now with the change to the map, they're looking for improvements here.
I mean, that guy's POV is just different. I don't know. He just went up a staircase, down a staircase, up a zip line.
At 40, I get tired watching that.
No, I actually did. I'm out of breath. But yeah, Cellian picked it up. So great job by him. Not a lot of Shotzzy, a lot of freedom in their spawn, but he's right back to the point, just trying to do what he can. But FaZe for now, just trying to pause the clock, while Pred, well, he's hunting.
He is out and hunting. And this is why you like to have this man just tuck away.
Yeah, yin and yang.
Annoy the opposition, and well, it's less annoying when you read that corner and Draza slides in and gets the kill. So then it just ends up being wasted time. BZ now, he's trying to get to work on the other side of things. Up, down, left to right, finding kills all night. BZ in your base, and well, can't quite get prone in time to stay up. Kenny will deal with it. Lives-wise, a little bit of an advantage here for FaZe. 35 seconds on the clock. They're trying to get this minute extension.
Wow, I mean,
Nice
Pred snapped. Pred snapped there. I mean, he gets some help from Zip.
Yeah.
Gets some help. Still not done, though. Dashing right off the spawn, able to find a double. And they're able to trade out on a beast. He's still 30 seconds. FaZe still have to work this point. And we're down to 11 lives on both sides.
This is FaZe control sometimes. It's like objective second, kills first, it feels like. As a string of headshots come through, they take the advantage in the kills. They also get the minute extension, but not a whole lot of time. Minute 20 to go. Nice shots there from BZ. That's just where he loves to get that right side lane.
Yeah, he's always like work around this house.
Yep. Yeah, he'll be the one guy they'll send forward more often than not. Just kind of leave the other three to play a little bit more standard, but now BZ looking to work the stairwell. He'll catch himself a freebie there. One more inside. He's ready for it. Needs probably one more bullet. He wins that with a hop from Pred, able to take it down. Sim gets a call out from BZ. He looks to get involved. That's a great nade there from Pred. Sim drops right onto it, hit to half HP immediately. Pred's eventually going to die, right? No, yeah, he finally falls, but he gets 3. A nice sequence there from Pred. But the problem is you only have one player left. The life advantage was over to FaZe. It's going to be all on Dashy now. The efficiency out of Pred, not quite enough. Dashy, treat it like an S&D round. Maybe you come up with a clutch, but not going to happen. FaZe. The battle of attrition goes their way.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Like, they kept the lives just close enough, and yeah, ended up winning the battle. But there was just a couple of gunfights, like the one on the Shotzzy when he gets loose. I mean, finding Pred in that corner. You're in some spots if you're Optic to, like, just have the life advantage and be annoying. It just FaZe just efficient to make sure that their base is clear.
Vibes high right now for FaZe. Draws and Simp there, all smiles, and well, feels pretty good probably when you're up 2-0 in the series, up 1-0 into control. Texas working on things and working to get it going in this round. We'll see if they can bring it back offensively now as they take their crack at it. So I think Simp's just waiting there for that play the entire time, right as he gives it up. Shotzzy comes in, just game of timing, that's what you'll see, but Simp just repositions, ends up finding himself Kenny in that sequence. Dashy ultimately will trade it out. Pred trying to do what we saw BZ doing on the other side, but that's an AR playing deep. He's going to have to reevaluate his plan of attack. Shotzzy, I thought that gunfight was going to get away from him, but nice kind of recentering and tracking there to take out Cell.
Well, Pred gets off the point here. I mean, you'd love to have, okay, well, they're going to pause the clock over towards B. It's going to be Kenny with Yatane. So now you have Shotzzy and Pred in your base. The problem is, though, is they're spawning them, yeah, on top of Ken. Pred, though, just going to back it on up, and again, just stay on this point. But he'll hop off, just try to play his life.
BZ aggressive on the other end as we watch Pred lurk. It's a BZ that finds more success. Once again, Draza is able to sniff out Pred. BZ now and kind of his hunting a little more efficient than what we saw from Pred on the other side of it. 4 straight for him, up to 12 and 6. Trying to hit some pre-fires. Nade's in now to back him up, but he's just going to backwards sprint on out of there. Omni movement his way out over and take out another. He'll finally get shut down. And time becoming a factor now because you got, well, 1 tick and half a tick. And if it wasn't a BZ, now it's going to be Simp.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, you look at probably the start of this round if you're Optic, when you had Shotzzy and Pred pushed up, like, it felt like they were a little bit all over the place because you had Kenny over towards B, one player was thinking A, they get off the A point, they end up spawning FaZe over at B. Just felt like they could probably have gotten that A objective done. Or at least pause the clock so they had more time to work with if this happened. Instead, now you are just spawn trapped.
They are in trouble with this one right now. Not much time left to go. You're down 6 lives. Yeah,
I think Jen was 4-9 going into this, so he just doesn't find any success in the round.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fact is right now, Atlanta FaZe are a better team than Optic is right now, but it's still early with Pred back in the mix. You probably have to, listen, even though you won a world championship together, it's still, they didn't have that much time on this particular title. The game has evolved a bit. This map in particular has changed. You got to get the comms locked back in, figure out how you want to play certain scenarios, and, well, the fact is, this is a tough matchup to start it. I don't want to make excuses for them, it's just the reality of the situation.
It's what it is.
Yeah. That's why I was saying this wouldn't feel that much pressure. You're going up against the best team in the game, just won a major. Try to take this as a learning experience and not get too frustrated by it, but FaZe trying to put him in a body bag with a 3-0, 3-0. One more round, they'll close this out. It was what double neg from Dashy in the map 1. Now Kenny having the struggles at 4 and 16. If you're gonna start the comeback, it has to start in this round or we are done. Draza, he's got another multi. You're immediately onto the point. You have a BZ kind of to his spot right away. And Draza's letting him know because he's on 6 straight.
And this is just sort of like this is what FaZe always kind of defaults to. Yeah, just sell, just stay alive, put Draza on the point. A BZ gets pushed forward, try to get done with this A point to have the life advantage. Draza's now up to 7 in a row. Spot Shotzi in the window, ready for it, has the AR, snapping right now.
Yeah, he is snapping, he is shooting, that is for sure. BZ, after he got his multi kind of deep in the spawn of Texas, right back into it. Nice movement there, but couldn't quite finish off the shots. But they got their extension. They got a nice little life advantage. They're in prime position to now shut down this round. Draza is absolutely snapping. I say he wins that gunfight. Lordy, he's not even back to full yet, but he falls, and the FaZe boys, I mean, unlike yesterday, they're playing with some confidence today. But that's just, bro, that's this matchup. It's going to bring out maybe not always the absolute best, but damn near close to it.
Well, I think that's just, I mean, Surge was, they were lasering yesterday.
Surge is disgusting. Yeah, dude, I don't know what they were doing.
I saw that at the post stats, like Nasty's post-game stats were.
Oh, that's the best we've seen him this year, that's for sure. Yeah. He was unreal.
Excited to see more of them.
No, I am too. Like, that's what, I'm just wondering, was that, like, FaZe a little overconfident and flat, or was that all just Vancouver improving? It's so hard to tell, bro. Like, I don't want to down-talk Surge. I don't want to make an excuse for FaZe, but it's like, I don't know after one series.
You don't know.
That's just not the result we expected. It's not, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. We're trying to close out the game right now with the second tick done, looking for the third. We're halfway there. BZ still eating. Draza finds a kill, and this map and this series is done, folks. Not much to chat about. FaZe give him an old-fashioned ass whooping, as Optic just couldn't find any success over any of the 3 modes. And, well, listen, you got work to do. You expected to have work to do. Pred's back in the lineup, and I just think if you're a fan of Optic, like, I wouldn't panic.
Give him time. Yeah.
Just give him time.
Hey, losing is learning.
Absolutely, Joe. Losing is learning. Fact. Some VOD to watch and maybe what went wrong, but yeah, I mean, the fact is, FaZe just the better team.